Love it.
Some questions for
Right.
you all.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm scared now.
There are things that people want to know.
Oh, what?
The public needs to know.
That's funny, man. Well, guys, welcome to the show, and we have a special guest, very special guest, Mr. Ryan Mao, and his buddy Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah,
Nice. One and only.
Yeah, one and only. Yeah,
One
yeah.
and only.
Ryan Mao works at Taylor Guitars. So Ryan, so how long have you been working there?
I've been at Taylor since 2015, so I just had my 10-year anniversary.
Wow. How about that, guys?
10 years going.
Congratulations. And so how did you hear about Taylor? I mean, obviously you play guitar.
So that's kind of a funny story.
Sure.
I was cruising around going to yard sales and, different spots around. And I showed up at this one house, and this old Mexican dude had the sickest man cave. Like, it was dope. It was dope.
Okay.
And so he had like TV and a bar, and it was dope. And he had a lot of plants out, and I ended up buying 2 plants from him. The plants died, but that's what happens, right? You can't keep them all.
Yeah.
But then I was talking to the old man's that I bought the plants off of, his son, and he was just like, I was like, hey man, what do you do? They were cool, they were friendly. It was him and his brothers, and they were chilling in the driveway, just chilling on the weekend.
Right.
And turns out that old man's son was Sammy Michelle from the finish department, and so. Sammy's like, oh, I'm a lead at Taylor. I'm a finish lead.
Sammy Michelle.
Sammy.
Oh, Sammy.
Big sexy Sammy. His bags. Yeah. If you saw him,
the tall dude,
it makes sense. It's like, oh, big sexy Sammy.
Yeah. Tall guy, right? Tall guy.
So that was the first seed of Taylor guitars that ever got planted. I was not a guitar person. I was a Volkswagen person, getting into my crusty old cars. And then, I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy." And then, roundabout kind of way, I saw an ad for them, Taylor Guitars. I had worked in El Cajon, across the street from Taylor. Never even knew Taylor existed. I worked at Veridium on Cuyamaca,
right?
And I was a product engineer for a job shop, contract manufacturer.
Was that right across 1980?
It's down by the Ebony shop, like down by that corner.
Oh.
Down there. Cuyamaca side.
Cuyamaca.
Yeah.
And building 1725 or?
Yeah.
Oh, down there.
Yeah, down there.
Nice.
Down there on the main road. And so, I applied to Taylor, and
10 years ago.
10 years ago, they brought me in for an interview, and
how did you apply? Online?
It must have been, just send in your resume type of thing.
Right. Wow.
And
good thing.
Lindsay called me back.
Sure.
And we had
Lindsay.
Lindsay, she's still there. We had a nice talk.
Of course.
And one thing led to another.
Right.
And I got a new job.
Wow.
I got a new job at Taylor Guitars. I had previously been working as what was I? Some kind of engineer at a gas analyzer place, Teledyne.
Right.
Up in Miramar. I was looking to shorten my commute significantly because Miramar Road, as you know, it's brutal, right?
Gets pretty crazy.
It's like
commute.
Yeah. Morning or afternoon.
It's
the whole day.
It is the 405 of San Diego County. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Taylor's in East County, and I'm right here,
closer.
Right here, closer.
Yeah.
So, one thing led to another, and I interviewed and got the job. They actually they hired 2 engineers at the same time. It was me and a guy named Logan. And
do I know him?
No, Logan moved on at some point.
Sure.
Yeah, so, but I stuck around.
So they hired you as an engineer.
Yeah, mechanical engineer.
Wow.
That's what I do. That's what I went to school for.
Right. Nice. I was going to ask for that. So
Yeah, I went to Santa Barbara. I got my bachelor's in mechanical engineering, and then I got a telecom job. Then I got a laser job. Then I got a
wow.
nuclear shop job. Then I got a gas analyzer job. It was instrumentation, and then I got my tailor job. So I've been around.
Sure,
I
sure.
don't know if I've been everywhere, but I've been around.
Still falling, with this on again. Inside the day, beside me today. Round, broken in two, to rise, turns to dust, till my hand shook away with fear. I could possibly be fading, or have something more to gain. I could feel myself growing colder. I could feel myself under your fate, under your fate. you, breathless and tall. I could feel my eyes turning to dust, and to strangers turning to dust, turning to dust.
Nice. So are you local from San Diego or?
Not originally, no. I was
Because you mentioned San Barbara, you said?
Santa Barbara. I went to
Yeah.
college in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Which
so-
which school was that?
UCSB.
Okay.
UCSB.
So that's where you went to college.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, and I stuck around. It was really nice there, and I stayed there. I was there for 10 years. A couple of those engineering jobs were in Santa Barbara. And
Sure.
then I got married when I was in Santa Barbara. I had my first child in Santa Barbara.
Nice.
And my wife was pregnant with our second child.
Mhm.
And I was desperately trying to get to San Diego.
Why San Diego?
My wife's family is
Sure.
from here. She's from Chula Vista originally.
Gotcha.
And then my parents were actually living in San Diego as
Oh,
well
At the time.
at the time.
Nice.
And I was just, and it's hard to get a job when you're just like firing off long distance resumes like, hey, you know,
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
and then I found a company
Yeah.
and they were willing to give me $3,000 to relocate to San Diego. And so they gave me
$3,000.
They gave me $3,000, and that covered the moving truck and then some.
Wow.
So I packed up my shit,
Yeah.
and actually my wife came down here when she was pregnant without me because I was still working.
Yeah.
And she found us a place to live, which ended up like we didn't know anything about anything down here. And she found us a little house over off of Spring Street in La Mesa.
Okay.
I don't know if you know the area, but
a little
it's
bit. Yeah.
it's nice. It's
Yeah.
really nice. And so I was living in La Mesa, working at various jobs that weren't Taylor.
Yeah.
And
When you first moved to San
when I
Diego,
first
right?
moved, yeah.
Yeah.
And we rented for like a year or a little over a year.
Right.
And then I could see from my backyard, I could see this cross up on top of the mountain, and I was like, what is that over there?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I could see it out in the distance. And sure enough, that was Mount Helix.
Right.
And then
The cross, right?
the cross.
Mhm,
Yeah,
yeah.
the cross.
Yeah.
And sure enough, that's where we are right now. We are in the foothills of Mount Helix. So
Yeah.
I got my little spot,
Sure.
and it's worked out really well for me.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Good.
It's almost like the Santa Barbara house that I could never afford. I got a little chunk of it in Spring Valley, you know, and it's like even cooler than Santa Barbara.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah,
San Diego is a pretty place.
lucked out.
Good place to live.
Not
Nice.
planning on making plans without me.
So Ryan, so where else did you work? I mean, you've been working as an engineer at Taylor's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
What did I do in my past career?
I mean, like, have you moved up, or have they moved you someplace in the company, or you've been doing the same thing for the last 10 years?
I've been doing the same thing my whole career. It's been about 20 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That's good.
I graduated when I was 23, and I got a job right away. So that was 4 years of college, not like a 5-year program, and wham bam, get your degree and get out and get a job.
4 years of college.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah,
Sometimes it takes longer than that. Sometimes, right?
Took me long.
5 years. Yeah. How about you, Brandon? So, what do you do for a living?
I work in IT.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, work at Acoustic College.
Oh, Nice. Cool.
Yep.
IT's been in demand lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Without you guys, we'll be lost.
You need your stuff to work.
Right.
When it doesn't work, when it doesn't work, it's a
Right.
problem.
Right.
When it
Right.
doesn't work, it has
Yeah,
never
yeah,
worked. This never works.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You have to be really smart to become an IT. Anyways, Ryan. So I have a little question for you, man.
Okay.
Being a musician, right? Yeah.
I don't consider myself a musician, actually.
You're a musician.
Why is that?
You're a
Hey, man. I heard you sing.
I
heard you
think of
play, right?
myself as a guy
Yeah.
who can kind of campfire it out. You know, like
Right,
in terms of
Yeah.
serviceability as a musician. Because a musician is somebody who like is, you know what I mean? Like
see what
they're
you're-
dedicated to their craft,
I know what you're saying, bro.
and I more try to like just enjoy it,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, without as
Mhm.
much pressure.
Mhm.
But then you might not push yourself as much as
Okay.
you might if you were super dedicated.
Cool.
I'm dedicated to a lot of things.
Okay. Well, let's put it this way: you are a music lover, right, Brandon?
Yeah.
I'd say that. Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
So if you don't consider yourself a musician,
Mhm.
which I do, right?
A lover of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
man. Everybody loves music.
Yeah. So Ryan, how old were you when you picked up the guitar?
As soon as I got that Taylor job, 35 years old.
Wow.
So when I was 35, I picked up a guitar, and
But you were 35.
yeah, I'm 45 now. I've been at Taylor 10 years. Taylor is the extent of my
I remember it clearly,
musicianship.
actually, when
Yeah,
you started.
Oh, I'm sure it was pretty
Yeah.
rough. It's rougher than now.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you
I got
definitely
some, I
come a
got
long
some,
way.
yeah, I got some miles under my belt.
Okay.
But you gotta. I had to learn. Yeah. So when I got the job at Taylor,
Yeah.
my mom, she said, well, you might as well have this. And it was this nylon string guitar.
Mhm.
And it's the same guitar that I remember kicking around in a closet my entire childhood, never in a case ever. Never got played ever.
Right.
So kicking around this old nylon string, and she's just like, well, naturally you should have it. And
Yeah.
Of course.
she bought that guitar in Berkeley when I was either a baby or not born at a music shop in Berkeley, because that's where she went to college.
Your mom did.
My mom did.
Oh,
She went
nice.
to
Berkeley.
UC Berkeley.
Yeah. Well, there's a Berkeley School of Music, right?
Yeah, that's a different deal, but they're
Yeah.
both prominent for
Right,
sure.
right. So it was a classical guitar,
Yeah,
I would imagine.
the
Right?
the brand is Goya.
Goya. Okay.
Goya,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
it's the Sound of Music guitar. That's what I've been told. You know, Doe a Deer
Yeah, from the movie.
from the movie, the Sound of Music guitar.
with Julie Andrews, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure you're right.
Joe,
I'm sure you're right.
Yeah, that sounds right. I
Yeah,
believe you.
That sounds like Mary Poppins before Mary Poppins, right? Yeah.
because my mom had the record.
Okay.
Sound of
All
Music.
right.
Yeah,
That was a big deal.
Huh?
It was a big deal.
Oh, yeah, back then. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
So there's this Goya nylon string,
Mhm, mhm.
and she gives it to me,
Mhm.
and it kind of sucks, and it has high action, and it's all dried out, and it's all messed up.
Sure.
And so I'm at this Taylor job, and part of the nice thing about working at Taylor is you're surrounded by people who know instruments on some level. Some more than others. Some are masters at
Right.
their craft, and some
Right.
are just putting strings on things. You know, or everybody's got their hand in making instruments.
All right. So,
So this-
Ryan, so this is the guitar that you first learned, right?
This is the guitar that my mom gave me, and,
Right.
and this was what I had. This is the only instrument I had as a
Wow.
middle-aged man, a 35-year-old.
You kept it real well.
Oh, well, so what I was going to say is you can ask people for advice, and there's a lot of luthiers running around. Those luthiers are good for advice, and so I happen to work with David Judd,
Yeah.
and
They were just amazing.
David Judd is amazing.
Mhm.
And so I said, my move is I'll be like, hey Dave, look at this instrument. Tell me what you think.
Right.
And he'll be like, ooh, kind of give it a little side eye, and be like, well,
Right.
if I was I guess if I was you, I might do this, And so, long story short, Dave Judd helped me do a neck reset on this glued in
Right.
glued in classical neck joint with it's a dovetail.
A neck reset?
Neck reset.
What happened?
It had high action and it had buckled in, and then you can only buzz your saddle down so much until it's not going to work anymore. Putty knife.
So it was that easy.
You kicked it around in the closet long
When
enough.
Dave Judd is doing service on a guitar,
It's easy.
it looks really easy. It looks like he's knows exactly what to do and that he's done it before.
And you did see my guitar inside his shop, right? Because you told me, right?
I checked it out. That needed some wiring work, right?
Well,
or you needed to physically move the pickup and the bridge.
It was out of the scale.
Holy Beto.
Yeah. So it was out of the scale.
Yeah. Your bridge wasn't close enough where you could run reasonable intonation with the compensation screws that you
And
have.
I was like, you know what? This is going to be impossible. I'm like, all right, well, maybe Mr. David Judd will solve the problem. And he did.
Did he turn that into a playable instrument?
Yes.
So, yeah.
So that tells you.
So you're holding this guitar and you're like, hey, this looks like chicken shit. And then you give it to Judd and he turns it into chicken soup and makes it
You're right.
good.
Yeah.
So he's special.
Yeah.
He's
Amazing
a magician.
Sure is.
So I got it playing nice. Like it's got a nice full sound. It kind of sounds like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And then whenever people see it, so I'm coming at it not from the guitar world, but they see an old instrument and then they see these finish cracks.
Right.
You see that's how the top is all like crazed and cracked.
Yeah.
And I think that might be the nitro cracking because the wood is expanding at a different rate over all of these years. And I've heard that people will actually try to simulate and accelerate this look because it's desirable.
What's the nitro?
The nitrocellulose is a very thin finish.
Okay.
It's a very thin finish. And then, but you see the cracks, don't you?
Oh, you mean the paint?
The finish on the top is
very thin.
It's all cracked. It's like, it's got cracks all over it, almost in line with the wood.
Oh, over time, right?
Yeah, over time. So that means it's an old instrument, right? That means it's been around the block.
So it's considered vintage now.
Oh yeah, this was vintage a long time ago.
Yeah.
This has been vintage.
Right. So Ryan, who did you listen to when you first started?
When I first started playing guitar, or when I first came into music in general? Because that's a different question.
Right. When you first started playing the guitar.
Playing the guitar?
Yeah.
I've always gravitated towards dad rock. That's what I call the genre. And it's basically like boomer classic rock because it's good songs.
You say boomer classic.
Boomer classic rock, good songs
okay.
like Steve Miller Band. And
okay.
when I was a teenager,
I'll take that.
When I was a teenager, I listened to the Doors. Listened to seek out Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
I never tried to learn those songs, but they're burned into my head. Like I probably should put some effort into it. But then you hear things like, you remember like Metallica, Nothing Else Matters.
Yeah.
Like, and then as I'm playing around with E minors, I'm like, oh, that's fucking all day, right? All day. And so you start to connect things that you from a past listening life.
Yeah.
But then my goal for guitar was never to be good. My goal was to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so I like reggae music.
Yeah.
And there was this Peter Tosh record that I liked before I started playing guitar. And I was like, man, if I could play like Peter Tosh played on this acoustic record. It was Peter Tosh singing acoustic solo. Sure. And that was like bumps and bruises and warts and all,
Yeah.
But he was good. He's a really good musician, amazing musician. But then like, if you're one taking it and singing, there's going to be some lack of perfection in there.
Yeah.
But that humanized it for me. And then so I was drawn to specific Peter Tosh songs from that album,
Yeah.
because they were acoustic covers of Peter Tosh's own songs, but done in a really like boiled down, lo-fi, one mic kind of way.
Different version. Cool.
So, yeah, Peter Tosh. I like Peter Tosh.
Mhm.
Um,
How about you, Brandon? Who did you first listen to when you started playing guitar? Or music?
Wow, that's a tough one.
playing your whole life, right?
Yeah, I've been playing for quite a while. I started around like 12, 13.
Oh, okay.
I-
I was 16.
okay,
Mhm.
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was like pretty into like the pop punk type stuff, Blink 182,
There you go.
Green
Yeah,
Day,
yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The 3 chords over and over.
Yeah.
That's where I started,
Oh, nice.
and that's kind of where I still stay.
Love those bands. Yeah.
He's also a sick drummer. He
Oh, really?
kind of-
so you play the drums too?
Yeah.
Nice.
I idolized Barker, right?
Yeah,
Travis Barker.
Barker.
And
Got
so
me into the drums.
Right,
whatever that
right.
guy was
Yeah.
doing, Brandon was trying to simulate it, and that will just turn you into a
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
drummer.
Yeah,
If you can hang with that guy on a record, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Amazing musician.
Mhm.
He's awesome.
And super rich.
Yeah.
He's doing all right.
I know he
Once
is.
you got one murdered out Escalade, it's gravy after that. You know,
Right.
super rich, medium rich. He's good. He's got him
Plenty of
covered.
Escalades.
So Ryan, who are your biggest influences on the guitar? It's got to be one or two, right?
Shoot, I mean,
Mine was Jimi Hendrix.
Jimmy,
That's a good one.
trying to learn those riffs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm still learning them.
yeah. With me, it was.
Mhm.
I never thought that would be like attainable, like in terms of like proficiency and skill. My motor skills, like in my brain, don't work like that. I can't robot shred. And so it was more like progressions, like just drawn like Little Wing. You know Little Wing?
Nice, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Little Wing.
Yeah. Hendrix, yeah.
I
Classic.
I played that one with Dave Jones. Dave Jones is our recently retired inlay guy. He was doing all of our inlay work, custom inlay work.
So he's no longer there?
No, he retired. He's
I heard a name, David Jones.
David Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was around for a long time. He had Dave was super generous. He was is super generous. He's the type of guy who would like get a lot of really nice tailors, and when I didn't have a tailor, he'd be like, just borrow my 35th anniversary super baller
Are you serious?
Burley Walnut edition. Yeah, borrow it as long as you want.
That's
So-
really cool.
Yeah,
him.
so
To let
Dave's
you
pretty
use
great.
the guitar, right?
and so I played my kids' fundraiser up the street at his school. They would have a fall festival, and they were looking for entertainment.
Yeah.
My wife was on the board for the PTA, and so we got roped into like playing for 5 hours. Playing for 5 hours in a beer garden type of thing,
Wow.
except it was at a school. So what people were saying, it needed to be a beer garden, just based on the vibe that we were setting up, you know.
Right.
But instead, it was like a Capri Suns, Capri Suns and fruit punch. It'd be like that, no.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah. So Dave Jones, and then I learned some new songs. Always learning new songs along the way, and we played Little Wing.
Yeah.
Played Little Wing.
So
with
I would
Dave
probably
Jones.
say that Hendrix is one of your
Hendrix. I wouldn't say that I'm a Hendrix fan. I like
influence
musically, since I've started playing guitar, it hasn't changed what I like.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you were asking me about like what is your guitar influence, and it's just the musical influence that influences what I'm into.
Yeah.
And so
So you didn't have a specific guitar hero,
no, I wouldn't say so.
right?
I just
You just love music.
different music would
In general.
yeah, it follows different genres followed me and stayed with me through different points in my life, because you meander and you get into different shit.
Yeah. You're right, yeah.
You kind of grow, and then you become bored with something and you want something else. And so I was a little rollerblading and skateboarding teenage punk, just running around the streets, and I was into Rancid and NoFX.
Yeah.
Right? and like the Vandals and like Punkarama compilations.
Oh, the Vandals. Yeah.
Yeah, the Vandals, you know?
Yeah.
And then there's like a ska element to that, and then
Yeah.
there's a punk rock element to that.
Sure.
Right? And then that appealed to me. And then as I got in a little later, so that was probably like 16.
Right.
By 18, I was seeking out underground gangster rap from the Bay Area.
Nice.
Just
Specific.
specifically independent underground hip hop
Yeah.
as it had grown out of the Bay Area.
Mhm.
And so you asked me Santa Barbara. I'm originally from the Bay Area. I'm from a town called Alameda.
Wow.
I was
San
born
Francisco.
I was born in Oakland.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I was born in Oakland, raised in Alameda. And there's some really good hip hop up there at the time. Like these dudes were independently putting out tapes.
Yeah.
And it was the dopest shit out there.
Mhm.
It was the dopest, hardest shit you ever heard. And it wasn't commercialized. And then
This was during the 90s or what? 90s?
Yeah, late 90s. And then sometimes it would bubble to the top and you would have like a mainstream act, like a Too Short or E40. You know? Those guys are like mainstream
Right,
fixtures
right.
because they were so big in the scene.
Yeah.
But then those guys, there's also like a whole subculture of independent rap
Yeah,
coming up. And so I got really into that because it was there, it was local, and it was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Too Short's lyrics are pretty interesting, you know.
He's rapping about the streets. He's rapping about his own reality.
Yeah.
You know? And then
Right.
I don't know, part of hip hop, like I'm a parent now,
Mhm.
but as a child, I can empathize with the parents of the time when they were like you're corrupting my young child.
Mhm.
And the rappers, honestly, when they were coming out, they're trying to make the hardest, most controversial shit. They were trying to. It's over the top.
Yeah.
It's embellished, right?
Yeah.
But then there's a truth and a reality to it underneath that binds people, and you can hear the realness in the music.
Oh yeah.
You can hear the reality that they're trying to portray.
That's something about hip hop, man. They're mostly talking about what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Ryan, let me ask you about your.
Let me keep taking you on a journey, man. So.
No. I'm talking about you as a guitar builder.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
I could show you guitars.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been building guitars, Ryan?
I would say professionally.
Yeah.
10 years. Ever since I've been at Taylor, I've been kind of like specialized as a body guy. So you have the neck part, you have the body part. I build the body part. Sometimes I get pulled into neck stuff. Sometimes I'm not involved in body stuff, you know, but building my own instruments, it was probably like 2019 maybe. So I was 2019 or 2020.
So the reason why I always see you up in bracing, right? Because you're always dealing with
new stuff.
Yeah,
bracing is complicated, and then when you launch new products, that's the part where you like have to pay attention because it's super complicated up there.
Totally.
You know, you bring the bins, right?
I know, right?
And then part of what I do is I end up having access to really nice scrap.
Yeah, so you're right.
So stuff that has served its purpose in the factory. We've developed the new tools. We've developed I'll specifically ask for visual rejects. So I want woods that didn't make the grade visually, but are dimensionally sound because of what I need to do with them. And then once that piece of wood has served its purpose, sometimes I have access to it. Sometimes I have access to it. And sometimes we all have access to the firewood bins. There's a mountain of mahogany.
I've never been there though.
And oh really? You never checked it out? I recommend it.
I think my access is kind of like limited.
No, the firewood bin is open to everybody. You just aren't looking in the right place.
Oh, okay. What's up, man?
Get on that.
A lot of it's like weird scrap, and it's only good for burning.
Right.
And then, but if you check it frequently enough, like me and Vlad, we're looking out for Koa. You know, because if some koa fall off makes it in there, like you
Yeah.
could do something with that. It's
So let me say, so when you are a Taylor employee, so I think you have this privilege, right?
yeah, there are definitely perks to being a Taylor employee.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
could
Right.
describe it like that.
So Ryan, do you specialize in particular type of guitars, acoustic or electric? I think mainly acoustic, right?
I did the Powers Electric with Andy.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
So you were
Oh,
partners with him, or
I did the digital design of his electric design, because I'm a modeler. You know what I mean? I have to make the guitar in 3D space in order to make the tools around it.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't always do that. We used to have a specialized guy named Franco who did that. And then Franco went off to work remote. He found greener pastures, right? Franco was a really smart guy for us. And then what
I
I
always do that, right? Looking for the.
Got to.
I've taken Franco's
Yeah.
like template and infrastructure,
Sure.
and then you just adapt it to new designs.
Mhm.
So that included all of the V-braced V-class guitars, and then into the electrics. You know,
Powers, yeah.
everything Taylor does, like not everything, but I've got my hands in a lot of it.
Amazing.
Mhm.
You're real talented, Ryan.
Thanks, Ollie.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. So beyond just building, what's your ultimate vision for the instruments you create?
I've been enjoying designing my own instruments and playing them because
Right.
I've been executing Andy's designs as long as I've been at Taylor. And then he's very particular. He wants it a certain way. It is the design. There's no flexibility there. And then going through the
right.
exercise of making an instrument from scratch,
Mhm.
it could be anything. It could be anything.
Mhm.
You know? So there's like an artistic freedom. And then if you look at a guitar like art, like a hand-built instrument, if you look at it like art, it's like functional art because you get to play it, you get to enjoy it. You don't just get to like stare at it like a painting, or you don't like sell it or whatever.
Yeah.
You get to play this instrument and
Hold it
in your hand.
Yeah.
And then the choices that you made, it kind of like flavors the sound. It really does. And so Dave Judd has been guiding me on all of these instruments I've been building. That my motivation was to.
But you've been building on your own, right?
Yeah, and I Dave just gives me advice.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people told me that Terry Myers was basically one of the best guitar players at Taylor Guitars, and so in a ecosystem of guitars, and people are pointing out this guy is the best player. And I'm talking to him and he's just like, I'm trying to take lessons every week. I'm trying to work on stuff. He said he went out to Nashville and he couldn't chicken pick with these guys because the waiter was blowing his doors off. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just a fucking waiter.
Yeah.
And so it's a process. It's not there's no pot of gold at the end of that rainbow, man.
Yeah. Amazing, dude. Nice. Good to hear that, Ryan. And Ryan, so when you're building a new guitar, what are your top priorities in terms of construction and materials?
I don't think about the materials so much. My goal for building an instrument is always to push myself as a builder and do something new. So that evolves every instrument. It's like the first time I ever built an instrument, I happened to be a body guy, really comfortable making a body. Didn't feel comfortable at all making a neck. So I bought a China neck blank for $23 that came with a fretboard. It seems like, and it was this chunky, weird thing. And then I show it to Judd and be like, all right, Judd, what do I do next? And Judd's like, well, you gotta do some planning. You gotta. So when it comes to the relationship between the body and the neck, you just have to make sure you have your scale lined out. You got to put your bracing in the right spot. I'm sure there's more to it than that, and I'm simplifying it a lot. But if you want something that will play decent, not perfect, but decent, you got to get this saddle in the right spot. And so that's the relationship between the neck and the body. And then you just trust that the frets were slotted correctly in the right spot. And I'm not pulse on them. I have an ace in the hole where I haven't actually slotted my own fretboard yet. The first time I bought it pre-slotted on eBay.
Right.
The second time, and the third time, Dave Judd slotted it for me. So Dave Judd slotted it in his garage. He's got a table saw rig.
Right. When you say slotted, what is that?
Putting the grooves into the fretboard that the frets stick into.
Right. Okay.
Because if you screw that
slotted,
up, you have a piece of shit instrument. Like that, like everything from here to there makes or breaks the whole deal.
Right.
From here to there.
So it's a very delicate operation.
It needs to be accurate. There's nothing delicate about using a table saw. Table saw is a murder machine.
Right.
But you have to be accurate.
Right.
They have to be where you want them. They have to have the right relationship to each other. And then they have to have the right relationship to this.
Right.
When you're making an instrument, you work at a guitar company, but you're learning about guitars. Right?
Yeah.
When you had an electric that Dave Judd had to true up for you, this thing was not where it needed to be.
No.
Was it a playable instrument?
It gave me the wrong scale, unplayable. You can't even tune it.
No, there's so.
Originally, the owner, I don't know where the first owner bought that guitar, but it was way off.
When you're making an instrument and you want to make a quality instrument, you have to pay attention to here and here. And whoever built that thing didn't. They just screwed some parts and they were like, I think it's close. And there are some black magic details about compensation.
Well, cool. Good to know those things, Ryan.
I mean, when you're saying like, what do I pay attention to, or what do I think is important?
Yeah.
It's the fretwork and the saddle location you need to pay attention to. That's like paramount to having something that's gonna play for a damn.
Because you have to get the right measurement, right?
Yeah. Well, you have to choose a scale.
A scale.
Choose a
We're talking about the scale
length.
Yeah. Scale length.
Mm-hmm.
I heard these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard these things.
All that means is the scale length is the distance from the 2 points that touch the guitar. And then Taylor's got a standard scale of 25 and a half. Gibson's got a standard scale of 24 and 7/8, right?
Right.
Martin's got something that's probably similar to what Taylor does. And then we make short scales. We make 12 frets. We make...
Yeah,
that might be it.
We have 12 fret guitars too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have
12th fret. Do you know what that means?
12 fret means the 12th fret meets the body, right?
Correct. Yeah. So this is a 12th fret. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Got it.
And so I got a Taylor.
Yeah.
And it's a 14 fret.
Mm-hmm.
You got 12 fret marker and you got 2 extra frets before the body starts. And what that does is it kind of like, it opens up more octave stuff. You're good to like 7 or 9 in here, but it starts getting crowded up in here. And then we got a 14 fret, you got 2 extra frets, and then you got a cutaway. Right. And all of a sudden that opens up a ton of stuff for you up here.
So you have more access then.
Yeah. Try doing that chord on this thing, and you're going to be way up here out of the usable area.
It'll be difficult, yeah.
And so Yeah, check it out. Man.
So this is the first guitar
This
that
is a-
Ryan built.
This is the first guitar I ever made.
Look at that thing.
I would say from scratch.
From scratch.
I make guitars every day for work.
Right, right.
So
Well, I'm left-handed, Ryan, as you know.
yeah. So it plays pretty nice. It was like, I would say it was a success.
It's ringing real well. Got a good balance. Wow, nice back.
Yeah, that's a fancy piece of wood, isn't it?
What wood? What kind?
That's flamey maple or possibly quilty.
Flamey maple.
Flamey maple with a 3-piece back with a wedge.
Sure. Wow.
And then flamey maple sides, or curly. I get confused.
And you got the bindings, which is
The binding is I bought that on eBay. It's tortoise. It's
tortoise.
standard tortoise, like a reddish tortoise.
Nice. So it's a regular size guitar. I mean, like obviously
it's really small.
Slimmer, right?
Yeah, it'd be called a parlor size. So parlor size. I actually, before I made any guitar, I designed it on the computer on some level. So that's the guitar as I wanted it to be.
So is this your
that's my template.
Your template?
That's my template.
So basically this is your own design.
No, I ripped that off. That's a
Really?
That's a 1837 Martin.
Oh, okay.
That's a little Martin shape that
It came from a Martin guitar.
I downloaded it off the internet and I traced it on the computer and set the dimensions to where I wanted them.
It's amazing. Which Martin model, Ryan?
Parlor, old school baby parlor. I don't know the double O's and the triple O's.
Very good, Ryan.
And so
I'm amazed, dude.
That turned into this guitar.
Yeah.
I call it El Cacahuate.
El Cacahuate, which means
it's a peanut guitar.
Oh, peanut.
Yeah, so it's peanut in Spanish. So this shape looks like a little planter's peanut, doesn't it? Very, very peanutty in nature.
You're right. Well, I wish I can play regular right hand, but.
So for a small-bodied guitar, it's got pretty good sustain.
Sure.
Like I was telling you earlier, this is the China neck blank I got off of eBay.
So let me ask you, Ryan. So building a neck is somewhat difficult.
If you don't have Dave Judd, it's probably really, really hard to get right. I was lucky.
Because from what I heard, neck is not that easy to build.
No, you have a truss rod in here, which is basically it's like a steel rod.
Yeah, steel rod.
And then that allows you to dial in the relief, dial in how much relief you want.
So when you say relief, it's kind of like
the relief is the amount of negative scoop that comes on this section of the fretboard.
Yeah.
And so it has a little bit of scoop to avoid buzzing, and then there's an apex over here, and then it has drop off, which the drop off allows you to play these high frets, but it allows them to stay out of the way of the upper frets.
Reason why you get string buzz, right?
Yeah, it could be a number of things. It's
flat or sharp.
High fret. Well, flat and sharp's your intonation. That's your location. That gets back to your accuracy. Are your frets where you want them to be? Buzzing is how level are your frets.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So if you have a high fret, it's going to buzz because we're talking about a couple of thousandths of an inch.
Yeah,
it's very sensitive. It needs to be. It needs to be very much dialed in.
So none.
So my Taylor ecosystem is the only like guitar reference that I have. I'm not a guitar guy coming into it, and so you can tell me like this crazy luthier, this crazy renowned guy, and it's just like that's not on my radar.
Right.
The people that are on my radar is like I never got to meet Larry Breedlove. Larry Breedlove was Bob's.
I heard his name.
Main luthier for a really long time.
Right.
And
of course.
And so, yeah, it sucks I never got to meet Larry, but I get to work with Andy. Super lucky. Andy's designs are pretty amazing.
So you work closely with him, right?
Yeah, I mean, Andy's a pretty high up dude. So when Andy has time for me, that's when I will get it, and I'll try to like glean information from him.
Sure.
And then in reality, I'm on some level, I'm in charge of interpreting his designs into the factory. Right? Because Andy's going from hand-built instruments of his designs, and I need to figure out how to scale it and make it a factory-built instrument, not a hand-built instrument.
Not only that, I think Andy is also an amazing guitar player, man.
Yeah, it's impressive. Me not being an amazing guitar player.
I'm not saying you're not.
No.
I'm just saying that
I'm trying to make a point.
Yeah.
That I can't tell a good guitar player from a great guitar player from a world-class guitar player. They all just seem amazing to me. It seems like magic. I don't know how they do it.
Right.
So when you see Andy, you can obviously appreciate like he's pretty amazing. But then I'll see regular ass dudes. I watched your video with Ben Cardenas, and I was like, and I was like, holy shit, Ben can play. Fucking amazing.
Right.
You know, and that's the way I look at most guitar players who work at it. Like that is amazing, and that's something that I'll never achieve. I've got lower standards. I'm just trying to have a good time. Those guys are trying to be excellent. They're trying to like hone their craft, and that's why I don't consider myself a musician, man. Not like that.
Well, I think that's their goal. Hey, I want to be better at it. Maybe.
I mean, you ever go to the NAMM show?
Yeah, many times. I've seen.
Those people are fucking amazing. Just random Joes off the street.
Right.
Are just my favorite thing to do is go to NAMM and you go down to the basement and then there'll be these crazy bass battles. Like 3 dudes playing simultaneous bass, doing freestyle jazz, like funky freestyle jazz.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, these guys are fucking amazing. Give these guys a record deal, right? But I'm not a record executive. I'm an engineer. That's not my place to sign those guys. But I'm always amazed by the talent that I see in regular humans and exceptional humans. They're both amazing to me.
Yeah. Well, if you're meant to be a luthier, so that's different. If you're meant to be a musician, that's different. I think you can't have both. Yeah.
Unless you're Andy Powers, and you catch lightning in a bottle, right? Unless it's out there.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like, for luthier, he's kind of like Kobe, you know, the right combination, right combination of drive and smarts and work ethic and all of those things.
Kind of rare.
Super rare.
I sure did, man.
When I built the second instrument, this is L. Read it.
Okay. So this is El Dos.
El Dos. Because it's El Dos.
The second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so,
yeah.
Second one, push myself as a builder. I built a nylon string, no truss rod.
Right.
Your fretboard has to be pretty good. It's a traditional wide nut flat nylon string with the traditional wraparound bridges.
So you're saying this one doesn't have a truss rod?
No truss rod. Like, do you see it? It's not there. Nylon string. You don't.
So there's not going to be a support.
You don't have the ability to bend it after the fact. So when you true it up, that's the way it is. You don't have the ability to tweak it after the fact. With a steel string, you're working with more force. And so,
this is my first time hearing guitar with no truss rod.
Well, it plays all right, man.
Sounds amazing. Sounds good.
This I played this guitar a lot. I was tickled pink with it. It for a small string nylon.
Yeah. Sure. And did you build the neck, the headstock, or same deal?
This one, I bought a blank, but I veneered it. So that one is just this one came with a mystery veneer and nothing on the back.
So when you say veneer,
there's a thin layer of wood.
Oh, on top, right?
So that's koa.
Right.
I dug that out of a firewood bin. And then you see this? This is called a back strap. It's a veneer on the back.
Oh, nice.
I dug that out of a firewood bin.
Wow.
And then the bridge is fumed eucalyptus sandwiched with the same koa.
It's beautiful, bro.
Um,
And you have a wide neck.
yeah, wide nut, traditional. It's like this is a end grain marquetry. So I cut this sound hole and laid this in there.
It's a beautiful rosette.
Thank you. This particular top is Adirondack. It was left over from 814 development. We were doing the 814, and Andy was trying to familiarize the world with the concept of a four-piece spruce top on a high-end instrument.
4-piece.
Four-piece.
So that's going to be really thick then.
No, it's not this way. It's this way. So there's actually invisible joints. There's 3 invisible joints right there.
Okay.
It's a 4-piece top. And we were trying to dial in that process, and this was a weird leftover piece of spruce that was bound to get cut up.
You're right.
And I sanded it real thin, and I braced it real thin, and it's got that same koa. It's got it inside as the braces.
Right, sure.
And I built this guitar, and I was super tickled with it.
Sure.
It's a little cannon.
Nice.
Like,
nicely built, Ryan.
And so, rosewood sides, koa binding. This was going to be my apex. I was never going to build another instrument. Number 3.
Numero tres, right?
Except it has no labels, no names, no nothing. I call it El Fantasma.
When you so when you put those names, are you using some kind of
you have to inlay them.
Inlays, right?
And then you have to know somebody with access to a laser. You know, I designed this artwork, and then I totally cut it out of a little piece of.
Wow! Look at this. So you have a different type of sound hole here.
I'm telling you, every time I build an instrument, I try to push myself as a builder, and I try something new.
So you're trying to push the limits, right, Ryan?
Push the limits of myself. It's not anybody else's limits. It's certainly not the limits of lutherie as it exists as a profession. But for me personally, I'm pushing my own limits.
Well, how did you come up with this design, dude? You have it seems like you have a 3-layered.
Yeah, it's like a pyramid sound hole.
What's the top?
This is spruce. This was a development piece that was we were doing super auditorium development, and then we do a pretty trick setup where there's a Honduran inlay in it, and then we actually re-rosette it and then inlay around that so that there's a continuous grain line through the different layers of Honduran. And so this was an extra piece from the development of that. I think Chris Tully had it kicking around. He invented that process with Andy with these little inserts that they put in there. And I filled out the slot, and then I built this no frills, nothing fancy, no truss rod cover. I went with a Martin style volute that represents an old school style of building, which I didn't necessarily do a traditional V joint.
So this is a Martin inspired.
For sure. Yeah, or just an old time. And this neck I made from scratch. I made it out of sapele that I got out of the firewood bin.
Okay, so so you made this neck.
I made this neck from nothing. I made my own scarf joint.
What's a scarf joint?
A scarf joint is the glue joint that attaches this section of the shaft to the kicked off peg head.
Scarf joint, okay.
Because an old school 1-piece neck, like a classical, they just carve it out of 1 piece. But then in order to conserve wood, to be more responsible, you can make it out of a 1-inch neck blank if you scarf joint it. And so this is my scarf joint. The Taylor scarf joint is sick and amazing. And I don't know. I've been meaning to ask Bob about how they came up with this.
Okay.
But look at that glue line. Do you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty refined.
Do you think you can ask Bob directly about?
Yeah, if I see him, I usually talk to Bob about gardening, but I'm not opposed to asking him about woodworking.
Okay.
Bob's a wealth of knowledge, and he's really approachable and humble, and you can tell just the second you meet him, he's a great guy.
Sure.
What is it? What is it? What is it, boy?
You think a stranger?
It's not as fancy of a wood.
Yeah. And you got the electronics?
It does have, yeah. It's got ES2 in it, and I typically play this at Taylor night.
You did
because you can plug it in.
Yeah.
I haven't built anything with electronics. I'm just building true acoustic.
So you've been thinking about doing that sometime in the future?
Electronics and pickups is this whole other guitar wormhole that I don't know if I'm willing to get into, because it's like humbuckers, single coils, and death buckers, right? And EMGs. My buddy Roy built an instrument with death buckers, and it's a very specific kind of pickup for a very specific kind of metal.
Sure. Yeah, totally. So so where is the pickup inside?
There's 3 little crystals right here.
Right.
3 little crystals that touch the side of the saddle.
So they're in the bridge, under the bridge, right?
They're on the side of the bridge. A lot of pickups are under saddle. This one's on the side of the saddle.
Right. I should know this because I'm always delivering parts for electronics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean, they're all parts of guitars.
Nuha, if you're watching.
Nuha.
Or Shannon. Chew it. Natalie.
Those are your homies in the robot room, the pickup room. No, they're great. We were in a pickle where we couldn't get T5 pickups.
Yeah. And
then they dusted off this old material and fixtures.
Yeah.
And got us out of a pickle that we're still in by making them in house. There's a can-do attitude and spirit at Taylor that you see it every day, like in the people and what they're able to accomplish.
Right. Wow. I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I
wouldn't even know.
No, it's unassuming because they're just folks, they're just normal folks.
Yeah, you're right.
But then when you get the opportunity to work with them, you're like, oh, these people have all come together, and everybody's special. Everybody's bringing something to the table.
Yeah.
And then it's
the ideas, right? Yeah.
It's the guitars that kind of like bind everybody together. That's why we all show up, right?
Yeah.
It's the guitars.
For sure, right?
And so, I'm super lucky and blessed to be where I am, to be part of it. Yeah. Get lucky. I got lucky.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you got there at Taylor's, man, and pursuing your career.
Yeah. And growth.
Yeah.
Like
there's growth all the time. Taylor's, yeah.
Yeah. Building instruments with Judd. that was partly selfish on my part because I just wanted to hang out with Judd more. And then partly because I wanted to expand my abilities as like a woodworker and
your knowledge and everything.
I'd probably consider myself a luthier before I consider myself a musician. If you're talking about balancing one and the other,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't consider myself a musician,
right?
But I would consider myself a maker of stringed instruments.
Well, let's put it this way, Ryan. I consider myself as a musician, but I can't build guitars.
Hey, man,
I have no knowledge about building a guitar.
I'll build one with y'all.
I spent my entire life playing the guitar.
Everybody at Taylor is a guitar builder on some level.
Yeah.
You might feel like a cog in the machine sometimes.
Yeah.
But everybody's contributing.
Oh yeah,
right?
Totally.
Everybody's got their part.
And you have Aldo, right? Who else?
Super knowledgeable. Came up through the whole neck department. Basically had it wired, and then got promoted to a training position.
Totally. Have you ever worked with Jerry Kowalski at some point?
I did my onboarding with Jerry 10 years ago when I started, as was a rite of passage for everybody. And Jerry, it seems like Mark's passing the torch, right? Right? Next in line for the Kowalskis.
Mark, are you watching?
Yeah.
Mark is cool.
Jerry's great.
Yeah.
Jerry was always super nice to me, and he's always stoked about what I was telling him. Like,
Yeah.
because you know,
Yeah.
people ask me what I got going on.
Look at your dog, man. Yeah. Jerry's cool.
People probably ask me like, what are you working on? Because I'm working on whatever Taylor's working on 6 to 9 months before we announce it to the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in a certain respect, that's like that's the future of Taylor. That's the future of the thing that we're all a part of,
Yeah.
right? So they want to know, like, hey man, where are we going?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
It's an ongoing show, right?
yeah, gold labels and legacies and all the new. Hey, quit licking that. That's gross.
Yeah. You know what, man? I'm pretty blessed. That I'm working at Taylor's here.
I'm glad you see it that way.
I work with-
nothing's perfect. If anybody tells you that a job or a relationship is
Nothing's perfect.
they're lying.
Okay.
Because nothing's perfect.
Right.
But if you can take a step back,
Yeah.
and you kind of realize, like, oh yeah, I'm kind of lucky to get plugged in with a bunch of kooky musicians, right?
Right.
To get to be able to relate to folks. I mean, I've worked at a lot of places, and I've never worked at a place like Taylor. So
reason why my sister was telling, hey, stay at Taylor's, don't go anywhere.
yeah, you know, and then sometimes people gotta leave Taylor, and people gotta go somewhere else to grow, and I don't fault them for that. That's been part of my philosophy.
Yeah.
Like, just because I'm happy where I'm at doesn't mean that you shouldn't want more. You know what I mean? And sometimes Taylor's not in a position to provide that to people.
Yeah.
And so when folks leave, like, you just gotta congratulate them and wish them the best, you know?
Yeah.
And there's been tons of success stories, like Gio, Cynthia Ledesma's daughter.
Yeah.
She left and she landed on her feet, and she got a great job.
Right.
And then some people go and they end up coming back because the grass wasn't green. You know?
Well, Ben returned back.
Yeah, Ben Cardenas.
Yeah.
Ben's a homie. He was
Great guy.
First, he was a trainer, basically, like high level for his particular department, and then I think they brought him back as a wood processor.
Yeah.
So that's hopefully they got a future and a career for him.
Sure. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's a great guy, real friendly.
Ben's good people, man.
Yeah. Well, Ryan, thanks for joining my little podcast show.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it.
It's been fun.
Yeah, guys. I will see you on the next one, and keep on rocking.
Peace out. Shout out to the Ping Pong Crew, 1980.
1980.
Big Sexy Sammy and Reynoso.
There you go.
And